Hey, Friday, everybody. Welcome to Hacking Self Storage. So, I wanted to jump on here today and just let you know that I've said it in the newsletter, I've said it on LinkedIn, but you might not have seen the content everywhere. So, I wanted to let you know we have signed. I have spoke about it before and I got told off by so many people speaking about it before. It was signed, sealed, and delivered. We have signed for a new site. Site number 6 opens in Ibrox. So it's a stone's throw away from the Ibrox football stadium, Rangers football stadium. I cannot wait. It is going to be awesome. Obviously, my normal colours are green, white, black. I can't use green. I've been told whatever happens, Dean, you cannot use green. So we will not be using green. Been taking advice off people what colours to use. I'm not 100% certain yet, but it needs to be decided today because I need to put the order in for the containers. And yeah, it's a container site, by the way. And why do I want to do a container site? Two reasons. Number one, Mansfield has drained all my cash. Mansfield, a 7-figure investment, and I don't have the stomach for borrowing another 7 figures at the minute. I stretch myself too far. I don't want to do that. Yes, I believe in indoor sites. I want to open indoor sites. I believe that one, there's a big moat around your business. And number two, the other massive advantage for indoor sites is the fact that you can sell for higher multiples. So yeah, I'm all over indoor sites. And the more difficult something is to open, then the bigger the moat. And indoor sites are very difficult to open if you do it properly and cost a lot of money. And so therefore, if I'm yeah, there's a bigger moat. So yes, ultimately I want to open more indoor sites, but at the minute I'm buying more indoor sites, by the way. So if you've got an indoor site to sell, get in touch with me, deanbooty@icloud.com. Even an outdoor site, I'm looking to buy any sites. However, yeah, I just I don't have the funds or the stump. Or I can have access to the funds, but I don't want to have access to the funds because it's a lot of borrowing. So I wanted to focus. My next maybe 1, 2, or 3 sites are going to be external sites, drive up sites, container sites. And the second reason, so number one is I didn't have the stomach for another £1 million investment. And number two is that I speak a lot about, especially in the course, I speak a lot about opening a container site. And I haven't opened a container site for 12 years. Yes, I have a container site. Yes, it's in the final for the container site of the year. Yes, we won it before. And yes, we've been in the final before as well. But yeah, I haven't opened one for 12 years. And so I wanted to experience, because it's okay talking about running a container site. And we've got containers at every single site that we operate. That's one of our secret sources that we maximize the car park. We maximize the facility. So every single site has got containers on, but we only have one site that's fully containers. And so I wanted to experience what it's like to open a self-storage facility, just a container site, because like I say, I haven't done that for 12 years. And so I thought it was really important to make sure for if I'm gonna sell people the course on opening sites, then I need to experience the container side of it as well. Even though obviously we've like I say, we've got containers in each of our 5 other sites, and we've got one just container site as well. But I just wanted to go through that experience. I thought it'd be cool. And I talk about what a great investment a container site is. And so I wanted to walk the walk, and finding a container site. It's simple, but it's not easy. It's not easy to find a great location. This is a fantastic location. It's, like I say, a stone's throw away from Ibrox. It's on the corner of a street, a very busy industrial estate. The other container sites around me are full as well. And so it's the only downside for this container site was the ground. There was considerable grounds work that had to be done. I think it's going to cost £84,000 just on the grounds work. So it's not ideal, but I have an option to buy as well. So we're spending £50,000 a year on rent. It was up for £45,000. How did I end up paying 50,000? I'll get to that in a minute. So it was, yeah. So we've got an option to buy. That's what I was going to say. We've got an option to buy after 5 years. We've got an option to buy. I think it's valued at 1.2 million. So we've got the option to buy. So even though I'm spending 80 grand on the grounds work, it's not dead money. It's a 20-year lease, and it's not dead money because I've got the option to buy if I want to buy it. And so, oh no, sorry, it's 800,000. 800,000 it is. It was 1.2 million with another building, but we changed it. We changed the stuff. So it's 800 grand, the option to buy. Right. I said a minute ago that I paid £50,000 rent per annum for this site, and it was up for 45,000. How on earth did you end up doing that? Well, long story short is I saw the site come up and I thought, oh, that's perfect for self-storage, but it wasn't too far away from Storage Vault, John McGlynn. I have a really good relationship with John McGlynn. I think he's a great guy, and I don't want to compete against somebody I admire, respect, and look up to, but also he's got deeper pockets than me. If he wanted to sell his storage really, really cheap, the units, then he can do. It's not going to affect him. He's got deeper pockets than me, so you never really want to go to war with somebody with deeper pockets. And so I left it and left it and left it. It was on my screen one day. I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to ring the agent up. Anyway, as it happens, the agent has got a really long relationship with John McGlynn, known him for 20 years, and he goes, Dean, I'm going to tell you something that I shouldn't do here. This site is going to be a self-storage site. We've had an offer for the asking price, and we're just talking about the lease length or something. There's some details to work out, and we're going to accept it. So it's going to be a self-storage site. So John's either going to be competing against you, and it's loosely competing because indoor versus outdoor, it's loosely competing. So John's going to be competing with somebody. So it might as well be you in my eyes. And so I was like, why don't you just talk to him? So I was like, right, yeah, I'm going to message him. So I messaged him straight away and said, John, look, voice note. And John was awesome and just said, mate, look after yourself. He said, I think his words were something like this. If I was your mentor, I would say these words, make sure you look after yourself or something like that. And I was like, is that you giving me go ahead? Anyway, so yeah, he gave me the go ahead. And so I got in touch with the agent. I said, listen, I think this was on the Friday morning because on the Thursday, that was a Thursday evening. On the Friday morning, because the agent said to me, he said, listen, we're so far down the line, you're going to have to beat the offer. And they've offered asking price. And I knew who it was as well because he gave me some guesses. I said, can I guess who it is? And so I guessed a few people. I got it wrong first of all. And then I found out who it was. And I was like, right, okay. And so Thursday morning, I wrote the email, I think about 8 o'clock. And I said, listen, if we can complete heads of terms, because I thought we need to get it off the market today, heads of terms today, because I don't want to go back and forth. Him saying, oh, by the way, the agent going back to the other self-storage operator and saying, oh, by the way, Dean Booty from Stormores offered this. Can you match it? Can you beat it? So I thought, I need to take that off the table. And so I said, listen, I will give a non-refundable £10,000 deposit if it completes heads of terms today. I know it's going to put you and your colleagues under a little bit of stress and strain because obviously to complete and to have the ins and outs all done, signed, sealed, delivered, heads of terms done, it's going to be hard. And so for that, I'm going to give the landlord £10,000 non-refundable deposit, but I'm also going to give you guys £1,000 in Amazon vouchers as well because I know you're going to work really, really hard. So I give an incentive to make sure it was off the table today. So there was no chance of going backwards and forwards, competing with that other self-storage operator. This is the first time I've ever used this. I went on a course. I paid £10,000 for one day. And this is one of the tactics, 10 grand for one day. Yes, that was mental. But this is one of the tactics that I learned on that course. And I forgot all about it. Yeah, I went on the course and learned a tactic for 10 grand a day and I forgot it. And Dan Bradbury was on the course with me. And he reminded me, he said, Dean, don't forget this. I was like, oh, yes. Okay. So yeah, we did that tactic and it worked a treat. By 10 to 5, the heads of terms just came through. And I offered £50,000 instead of 45,000. I offered £10,000. Could I have got it for less? Maybe. But could I have screwed it up? Maybe. And so therefore I thought, do you know what? I can definitely get it for £50,000 instead of £45,000 per annum. And also the £10,000 bonus plus £1,000 for the agent as well. So yeah, it cost me £11,000 to do the deal, but we did the deal. And that was the main thing. And for my cash flow projections, it will be, let's have a look. I've on the newsletter, mrselfstorage.com, by the way, cool kids hang out there. Make sure you're there. Yeah, my projections say it will be a 43% cash on cash return after 2 years. So really, really chuffed, over the moon, but also stressed and worried because we've already spent a lot of money on the we've actually done the work, the grounds work. So we spent a lot of money on the grounds work there. So we're already invested. That was 80K. So that's a lot of money there. And somebody was just coming in then. So I was like, oh no, go be quiet. Because I thought it was someone delivering something. Yeah, so we spent 80 grand on the grounds work. So it's a lot of money already, but it doesn't it does matter. But yeah, ultimately, it's a great site, great location, and it's an investment. So I was talking to someone the other day and yesterday, and someone said, yeah, but Dean, you you're not wasting your money, you're reinvesting the money. So cash flow is always tight because I'm reinvesting the money in the company and growing the company, and hopefully one day we'll have a great exit strategy. Well, exit anyway. So yeah, there's the update for you guys. Is there anything else I need to tell you about this site? No. Any questions, though, hit me up. DeanBooty@iCloud.com. Happy to share everything with you guys. And obviously, I'll be documenting the whole process, how much we pay for containers, delivery, painting the containers, how many reservations we get, everything. Will it be a good site? Will it not be a good site? It's 5.5 hours away. My biggest takeaway from my course the feedback I've had is that one of the things that has been a benefit for the people who's taken the course is that it's challenged people's limiting beliefs because most people only look for a self-storage facility in the vicinity of where they live. And the reason why it was helpful and handy for me, having been in a mastermind in America, was because it smashed my limiting beliefs, thinking that my site needs to be within an hour's drive, an hour and a half's drive, because anywhere local in America, it's classed as a 7 hour drive, a 7 hour drive to get there. And so that opens up the whole of the UK for local. And so, yeah, that's one of the limiting beliefs that the course has smashed for people because you don't have to be close to where you are. Look at Wrexham. I think Katie was there yesterday and the day before, but before that, we haven't been there for 2 months. It's 3.5 hours away from us. Glasgow, it's a 5.5 hour drive, non-stop drive. So it's a long, old way. And I also wanted to prove to myself that we could open a site. We've done it indoor site. If we can do an indoor site, open up 3.5 hours away in Wrexham, we can certainly open up a container site 5.5 hours away. I want to prove to myself that we can do it, and therefore it opens up the whole country. Not only the country, it opens up Ireland, it opens up other places like Spain. Oh yes, baby, we are going international. And yeah, so I'm excited about that opportunity as well because it doesn't have to be in stone's throw away from where you live. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I, I don't know what else to say about it. It's an exciting site. It's going to cost a lot of money, but yeah, in terms, it's going to cost a lot of money in terms of outdoor sites, but not in terms of indoor sites, because obviously indoor sites cost a lot more money to open, and with outdoor sites you can do asset finance on the containers, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, really, really excited. Anyway, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna appreciate you. Have a wonderful Friday, and we will see you on Monday morning. All right, my friends. See you soon. Bye bye.